tonight? Are we all fired up? Isn't it time that we get a new governor? Who here wants to fire J.B. Pritzker? Ladies and gentlemen, for far too long, we've had failed politicians who just not been representing us in the state of Illinois. It's about time that we have a governor who's willing to fight for us and hear us and be there for us. You know, who could get a hold of J.B. Pritzker in this room? Does he ever come out and help any of you guys? No! And by the show of hands, how many times have Darren Bailey called or texted or reached out to one of you guys asking how you're doing? When the loved one has died, Darren sends a gift. Darren's there for you because he cares about you. So, I'm the founder of Save Illinois PAC, which you guys saw some branding outside. You see some logo there. Dino Polakis is also on the board there. So Dino, thank you very much. Save Illinois PAC is proud to have sponsored this entire event for Darren. So we appreciate the opportunity. Just recently, within the last 6 months, Save Illinois PAC has had the privilege of hosting great speakers, starting off with Laura Trump in February. We had Eric Trump, we had Donald Trump Jr., we had Governor Sarasand, and we're going to bring them all back again, and we're going to do more things. You know, we got to make sure that this time around people understand that Illinois is just not a flyover state because they think we're blue. Illinois is a state worth fighting for because there's so many great people in this state, and we really have to fight. So let's all fight together. Let's finally win this race. Let's get Darren Bailey across the finish line. And now I'd like to have the opportunity to introduce a good friend. John, please come to the stage. John Sarasand, please come to the stage. I pronounced his last name wrong. Sorry, John. Sorry. Thank you so much for coming.
How you doing, Brett?
Good,
Thanks,
how are
man.
you? Thanks,
Appreciate it. Brett and me, actually, I don't know if you know this, Brett. I met you at the Eric Trump event in Barrington Hills. And our first exchange was that, hey, get out of the way. You can't stand there. So now here I am being introduced. So I'm John Sarasand. My backstory is that after playing football at Northwestern and Notre Dame, I got in corporate America in the insurance industry. And after a few years, I had an epiphany while working at Arthur J. Gallagher that I could do this job on my own. I decided to take that leap and start my own insurance firm. The risk paid off, and 10 years later, I sold that company into private equity and created generational wealth for my family at the age of 37. After taking a few years off and unfortunately not doing too much productive, I decided to write a book and start telling my story about this on social media. The objective was to encourage people to look at their careers and paths differently. And I used my own journey as the basis for that. I'm very pro-entrepreneurship, and as a result of not only my messaging, but also the delivery of it, my Instagram page has become very popular. I've known Aaron Delmare for a while, and he asked me to speak today. I'm honored to be here. And doing this did not require a lot of overthinking for me, because I knew exactly what I wanted to say. In fact, I put this together just a few hours ago. Aaron and I crossed paths about 16 years ago when I saw him actively posting on Facebook long before he was into politics about his journey to be involved in his child's life. I knew firsthand that the legal system was not always the most favorable to men at that time. But I was impressed with Aaron that his posts were not complaining about it. He was sharing his research with the public in navigating this process because he knew that others out there would find it valuable. He was not selling the information. He was not looking to become internet famous. He was simply trying to help others that are going through what he went through and allow others to benefit from all his work and efforts. That is selfless. Selflessness is what we should all look for in an elected official.
Amen.
Now, Darren Bailey and Aaron Delmare have not always been, the best of friends. Neither publicly nor privately, from what I understand. However, they always knew that on the issues of what really matters to Illinoisans, they agree on a heck of a lot more than they disagree on. Rather than beating each other up, they took a step back and carefully evaluated what the real goal is. That goal is to take the place of J.B. Pritzker. That goal is to give the people of Illinois what they deserve. That goal is to put Illinoisans first without letting egos get in the way.
That's right. That's right.
The tag team of Darren Bailey and Delmare reminds me of when Hulk Hogan and Randy Macho Man Savage decided to put their beef aside. They didn't agree on everything, but they did agree that they are stronger together as an alliance than each of them are as individuals.
That's right. That's right.
This, my friends, is the definition of selflessness. This, my friends, is what we need in Springfield.
That's right.
When I see the current governor of Illinois going on national TV and downplaying a crime problem in Chicago and pointing to statistics, look at the numbers, they're improving. You know what I point to? I point to my eyes. I have eyes. I can see. Can you? Anybody that is actually in Chicago with a brain can see that this is an issue that's not one to downplay. However, our governor stands shoulder to shoulder with Brandon Johnson and talks about how great they are while people of Chicago are literally killing each other. Pritzker is more concerned with his ego and political national sound bites than he is with Illinoisans. That, my friends, is not selflessness. That is selfish.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
As I conclude, I want to thank Delmare and Darren Bailey for giving some dude from Schaumburg the opportunity to speak today. And I hope you go down to Springfield and give them hell. Thank you.
Come on, guys. Wasn't John just great? Come on. So everybody, let's practice this for a second. Let's see your signs. Let's see some energy. Let's do a quick practice here. How was it? Who's going to be the energy in the room tonight? There we go. Let's get pumped up. Let's get ready to go. That's beautiful. Well, listen. Apparently, when you sponsor an event, they also ask you to be the MC of it. So here I am. So you're going to hear from me a few more times today. So thank you again for coming. However, the next speaker who I'm going to introduce to you has become a really good friend. I met her a few years ago. She has a great story to tell you guys tonight. It's a great story. Her name is Benny Harmony. She's a wonderful person. I met her because she was representing Turning Point USA, and she was tabling for them at a GOP event in Springfield. And so when I first saw Benny, I looked at her. I was like, oh my gosh, Benny. I was like, I thought this girl was beautiful as hell. And I said, Benny, how do I get your phone number? And she told me, you can't have my phone number. And I was like, come on, Benny. And she goes, even to this day, I had to send her an email to invite her to this event. However, I'm still trying. I won't fail. But anyways, here's Benny Harmony. Benny, you're gonna share a great story. I'm so excited to hear it. Give it up for Benny Harmony.
Wow. Okay, it's a little bit different than I'm used to. I'm used to being in a studio with some teleprompters and stuff, so bear with me. But if many of you have not seen me lately, I've kind of been plastered all over the news. I was a news anchor in Springfield, and I was suspended for talking about my mentor, Charlie Kirk. And they took me off air, and so I decided to resign. And the story I want to tell you today, yeah, come on. I mean, I got to apologize to Darren because I don't think he's going to be getting any coverage from WICS for this one, but I think we can do it. I think we can do it without him. But the story I want to tell you guys today is out of the Bible, because one of the things that Darren is amazing at is being a follower of Christ. And as I was trying to prepare something to tell you all today, I kept coming back to the book of Esther in the Bible. And so I'm just going to kind of give you guys this story. So there was once this young woman, and she was orphaned as a child. And she was at a crossroads. She was staring at two paths like many of us do on a daily basis, and she wasn't sure which one to take. And can any of you relate? Come on. Yes. Let's hear it. Yeah. She was battling a choice, okay? And choices are really important. When you make a choice, you need to stand in it, be convicted in it, and not give up. And what she did, she stood, and instead of being silent, She was commanded by God to go save her people. And I want each and every one of you in this room to think about that for a second. Silence or speaking truth? And so I have a question for you. What would you choose? Would you stay silent? Would you be okay with just getting along? Or are you going to stand up for what you believe in? Do you stand up for what Darren Bailey represents? Are you ready to fight the evil in this country? This past week, something has shifted, and it's a shift that I know every single one of us in this room is feeling. I have worked in DC for Turning Point, for Matt Gaetz, for many, many different people, and I have never seen the shift that I saw these past 2 weeks. And you all are here tonight, not by chance, and I want you all to know that. You are here because God has called you, called each one of you to serve a different mission, and each one of you know in your heart what that mission is. And so it's important that we remember these scriptures and stories as we are fighting for truth and fighting for good, because we are witnessing what the Bible said. We are witnessing the evil in our country, and I think it's to a point that none of us could have imagined. And I don't know about you, but I think Darren Bailey's the man to lead us through that. What do you think? Let me tell you a quick story. Darren and his wife Cindy were one of the first people to reach out to me when WICS did what they did. He reached out to me and said he was praying for me. Does J.B. Pritzker pray for us? Does J.B. Pritzker even know what a Bible is? Does he know the foundation of our country? God, family, country. And listen, I'm not just here from DC as this girl. I was born and raised and still live in Springfield, Illinois to this day. And I watch as our country is being destroyed by people that don't even have a backbone. We need a revival, and it is here. Come on, is it here? We have, for far too long, been led by individuals who disregard our everyday way of life. Average Americans, hardworking Americans, farmers, all of them. We are led by a man right now that only cares about money and power. Money and power. But let me tell you something. The reign is over. Because we are electing Darren Bailey to be our next governor of Illinois, and I will die trying. You, each one of you, as I look you in the eyes, you were given a voice, the voice that I was suspended for, the voice that I went on air with and spoke my truth. And I want every single one of you to vow that you will do the same. Yes. We cannot save this country and this state if we do not stand up. And so you were given courage and faith. And like Charlie Kirk always said, and like when he said in that podcast what he wanted to be remembered by, what did he say? Courage in his faith. So it's time that we elect Darren Bailey for the next governor of Illinois, a man with courage. Darren is a man who is led by Christ, and you can see it in every movement that he makes. A man not afraid to speak the gospel, to speak the words of our Savior, Jesus Christ. Even if Darren is crucified for it, he will not stop until we make Illinois great again. J.B. Pritzker might have billions in the bank. He might, we're going to not even get into some of the awful other things he's done. He might have billions in the bank, but you know what he doesn't have? He doesn't have the creator of the universe, and we do. We do. And so I want to wrap this up by quoting Esther in a verse many of you know. You were made for such a time as this. It is our time. It is our time to take back our state, and Darren Bailey is that person. And so God called you to be here tonight. You're here supporting, But what I want to say is that it is so much more than you guys just showing up tonight. We have to call people. You need to go to your neighbors, tell them to get out and vote. It's what you do once you leave this room. Action. Action, action, action. That is what we have to fight this. So please, guys, get up, fight for Darren Bailey, and do not forget the values that our country and our state was founded on. We are Lincoln's home. 23 years I have lived and been raised in Springfield, Illinois. I've witnessed it all. But I've never witnessed a man like Darren. And so get loud, guys. Come on. Darren is coming up. And I'm so blessed to be here with all of you. And I'm going to be fighting right alongside. So we will continue to fight, and we will make sure that Darren becomes our next governor. Thank you guys very much.
Good evening, friends. What a blessing it is to be here with all you freedom-loving patriots. My name is Christina McCoy. I'm a mom. I was a Trump delegate, and I'm the founder of Concerned Parents of Illinois. We've all watched what is happening in our schools and our communities. Radical agendas are being replacing real education. Teachers are pushing politics instead of actually teaching. And our kids, they're being indoctrinated. And when parents dare to speak up, they silence us and they call us extremists. Well, I've got news for them. If loving our kids, standing for our values, and protecting families makes us extremists, then so be it. We're not going anywhere.
That's right.
And to be honest, we are fighting for the survival of this state. 2 terms of J.B. Pritzker has burned our state to the ground. We cannot afford a 3rd term.
You gotta go. You gotta go.
That's what he does. That's why it is so important tonight. This is not just an election. This is a turning point. We have to decide whether we're going to keep letting the radical left control everything in this state. They control our classrooms to our state budget, or if we are going to stand up. And that's why I am proud to support the Bailey-Delmare ticket.
Yes.
Darren Bailey is a farmer. Darren Bailey is a father. He is not a career politician. Darren Bailey puts his faith, his family, and he puts his principles first.
That's right. That's right.
He stood up for Pritzker before, and he is going to stand up to Pritzker again, because Illinois families are worth fighting for. He's gonna win. And with Aaron Delmare. Aaron Delmare is a businessman. He's a conservative, and he's a strategist who knows how to win. Aaron brings energy, he brings drive and experience, which complements perfectly to Bailey's grit and to his heart. If you are tired of watching Illinois sink under radical ideologies and leadership, then this is your team. Darren Bailey and Aaron Delmare are the fighters that Illinois family needs. And now it is my honor to introduce my dear friend and your next Lieutenant Governor of Illinois, Aaron Delmare.
Amazing. Wow. Well, thank you all for being here today. It means the world to me to stand before you, not just as a candidate for lieutenant governor, but as somebody that's deeply committed to the future of our great state. But before I go any further, I want to take a special moment to thank Christina McCoy to my left. She's a woman of integrity, of courage, and deep conviction. Christina stood ready to run alongside me when I was preparing to launch my own campaign for governor on my own, and she was here. Her dedication to our shared values and her willingness to step up for the people of Illinois meant the world to me. I will always be thankful and grateful for your support, and I'm honored to have you as a friend. Thank you. You know, before I get into my remarks, I want to tell you a little something I just found out a few moments ago. You know, for most of you, you've seen our website before 4 years ago, Bailey for Illinois. Yes. We relaunched it for Bailey Delmare for Illinois earlier today. All right. 6 hours ago, we launched it. And so far, we've received over 2,000 signups for volunteers across the state. These aren't people that were registered before. This is on the brand new site they heard the call across Illinois. Over 2,000 and growing. I'm excited about that because I know it's not just the amazing people in this room, it's everyone at home watching us in the live stream and everyone in Illinois that wants to be a part of this movement. Today, I'm honored to announce that I'm joining Darren Bailey on the ticket for governor and lieutenant governor of Illinois. You know, I know for some of you that may come as a surprise. And to be honest, I'm a little surprised to be here as well. After all, Darren and I haven't always stood on the same side of every issue. We've had our differences, we've debated, we've challenged, and we disagreed, both publicly and a lot more privately. But you know what? That is what exactly makes this moment so powerful. That's right! You see, Illinois is at a crossroads. And at this critical moment, what we don't need is more division, more grandstanding, and more politicians trying to shout past each other. Yeah. What we need are leaders who are serious about solving problems and willing to work together to do it. And that's why I'm standing with Darren Bailey. Because while we haven't always agreed, we've come to understand something important. If we want to defeat J.B. Pritzker and take this state back for the people, we have to stand together. You see, this isn't about pride. It's not about ego. It's about giving Illinois the strongest, most unified ticket to take on the entrenched political machine and win. So Darren and I are setting our past aside, all the disagreements, and we're coming together. For you, for our families, and for the future that we all share together. Because right now the stakes are simply too high to let division win. That's right. You see, this campaign isn't about me, and it's not about him. It's about all of you. The hardworking people of Illinois who deserve leaders who listen, leaders who act, leaders who are always putting the people's first, and leaders that aren't apologizing. That's right. That's right. That's right. Together, Darren and I are united by 3 core goals, 3 priorities that will drive every decision we make, and I want to share a few of those with you today. The first one, let's start with the issue hitting every household in Illinois, affordability. That's right. Everywhere I go, from Chicago to Carbondale to Sangamon County to Vermilion, I hear the same thing. Aaron, it is getting harder and harder for us to make our ends meet. And they're right. Illinois families are being crushed by high taxes, rising costs, and a state government that seems more focused on spending than they are on saving. That's right. Yeah. Under J.B. Pritzker and the Chicago Democrats, taxes have gone up and up and up. Taxes on gas, gases on groceries, property, paychecks, squeezing the middle class, punishing the regular guy who's just trying to get by. That's right. We have some of the highest taxes in the nation, and working people are asked to carry for a burden they did not create. That's right. This has to change. I'm getting heated up. Are you getting heated up? Darren and I believe in a government that lives within its means, just like every Illinois family has to. We will fight to lower taxes and cut wasteful spending and restore real fiscal responsibility to Springfield. But it isn't just about cutting budgets. It's about building a state where families can afford to stay, raise their kids, open a business, plan for the future without being taxed out of their own hometown. Because when Illinois is affordable, Illinois is strong.
That's right. That's right.
Our second priority is something that's on every parent's mind, mine included, and that's public safety. Yes. Crime is out of control, and nowhere is that more obvious than in Chicago. Over Labor Day weekend alone, just that weekend, 54 people were shot. 54 in one American city. That is not just a statistic, that is a tragedy. That is families torn apart, lives shattered, and a city living in fear. Under Brandon Johnson, criminals are treated like VIPs. No bond, no court, no consequences. Meanwhile, law-abiding citizens like us are left wondering, is the system broken or just broken for us? Last week, he said jails and incarceration and law enforcement is a sickness that has not led to safer communities. Well, that's because we don't have enough of them.
That's right.
Whether you live in Chicago, Decatur, or a small town downstate, every Illinoisan deserves the same thing, to feel safe in their home, their neighborhood, and their community.
That's right.
And let me be clear, this is not a partisan issue. This isn't left or right. Safety is common sense.
That's right.
But under J.B. Pritzker and the Chicago Democrats, that common sense has been replaced with reckless policy. They pushed anti-police rhetoric, passed laws that tie the hands of law enforcement, and allowed violent criminals to walk free without bond, never to show up to court again. And they talk about justice, but they have forgotten about the victims.
That's right.
That ends with us. Darren and I will always back the blue. We'll ensure our officers have the resources, the training, and the respect that they deserve. And we will put an end to the revolving door justice system that is failing our communities and emboldening repeat offenders. At the same time, we know that true public safety also means prevention, which is why we will invest in mental health support, youth outreach, and addiction recovery programs to address the crime at its roots. Because whether you live in a neighborhood on the south side of Chicago or a farmhouse in southern Illinois, you shouldn't have to live in fear. Our third pillar is one that shapes the future of our entire state: the access to quality education for every child. Every child in Illinois, no matter the zip code, the income, the background, deserves a chance to learn, to grow, and to succeed. But right now, that promise has been broken. Too many of our schools are underfunded, our teachers are overworked, and our students are underprepared for the future. And it is not fair, and it is not acceptable. Education shouldn't be political. It should be personal. It's about giving every student the tools they need to chase their dreams, whether it's college, the military, a trade school, starting another business, or going directly into the workforce. That is why Darren and I will fight to ensure that education funding is fair and transparent. We will expand school choice and homeschooling options. And we are here to empower every parent to make the best decision for their children. We will work to uplift teachers, not with bureaucracy, but with real support and respect. Because when we invest in education, we invest in everything: our economy, our safety, and our future. You know, I know some of you may be thinking, how do two people from different sides of the state, different voices? I have no accent. You're going to hear one in a minute. Just a little twang. Hello, friends. How do two people, polar parts of the state, come together? How does that actually happen? The answer is very simple. We are making a commitment today to put people before politics.
That's right.
You see, Darren and I believe unity isn't about agreeing on everything. It's about agreeing on what matters the most and finding common ground to move forward. We're not running to be politicians. We're running to be servants, leaders, and problem solvers. Because this campaign isn't about the left or the right. It's about right and wrong. And it's wrong to let another generation of Illinoisans grow up in a state that is divided, that is broken, and that is out of touch.
That's right. That's right.
We can do better. We will do better, and we will do it together. So today, I'm not just asking you to join us, not to just support our campaign, but to believe in Illinois again. Imagine that. A state that we're proud to tell people we're from. A place that we have excitement when we go home on vacation. Believe in a future where your family can thrive, not just get by.
That's right.
Believe in a government and elected officials that respect your hard work and we respect your tax dollars. We believe in communities that are safe, schools that are strong, and leadership that brings people together and does not tear them apart.
That's right. That's right.
My friends, I am telling you, this is more than a campaign. You have all joined a movement. And together we're going to build a better, a stronger, and a more united Illinois. You know, this is the best part of my day here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce to you my running mate and the next governor of the great state of Illinois. On your feet for Darren Bailey.
Bless you guys. Look at this crowd. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is the beginning. Friends, you are the heartbeat of Illinois. The working families who keep the lights on, the job creators who drive our economy, the moms, the dads, raising the next generation, the farmers who feed us,
That's right.
and the first responders to keep us safe. Thank you. You are what makes Illinois great. And you are why I am here tonight. My name is Darren Bailey. I'm a husband to my wife, Cindy. A father, a grandfather, a farmer, a businessman, and a conservative who will never back down. Cindy and I and many others have prayed long and hard about this decision. And we believe this, that the time for action is now.
That's right. That's right.
Illinois cannot survive another 4 years under this failed governor. Our families cannot afford it. Our freedoms cannot endure it. That's why tonight, right here, right now, I am announcing that I am running for the governor of Illinois. Thank you. 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 Friends, together we will win. For too long, Springfield politicians have put themselves first, and they've forgotten about you. What's been the result? Higher taxes, less safe communities. And J.B. Pritzker's made it worse by siding with criminals instead of victims. Just recently, a man who stood next to him at a peacekeeper event was arrested days later for a violent smash and grab at Louis Vuitton that ended in a deadly crash, killing a young father on his way to work. Yes. Instead of standing with victims and law enforcement, JB stands shoulder to shoulder with criminals. That ends when I'm governor. I will stand with law enforcement. I will protect victims. And I will fight every day to keep your family safe. When Charlie Kirk, a son of Illinois, and a warrior for freedom, was killed for standing strong in his beliefs, JB did not condemn the violence and bring us together. When we needed leadership, he pointed fingers at President Trump. In that moment, he showed us exactly who he is. A weak politician, more focused on auditioning for president and catering to the radical left than uniting our state and standing with Illinois families. We need a governor focused on solving problems for every family right here at home.
And that guy is you.
We do not need a politician flying around on a private jet chasing approval from the radical left all across this country. While he's busy hobnobbing with elites and chasing White House dreams, working families across our state are being crushed by the highest taxes in the nation. No one should be paying more in their property taxes than they do in their mortgage. But guess what? Countless families are. Just recently, I talked with a small business owner in Marion, Illinois. The electric bill for their small restaurant was just $4,500 for 1 month. $4,500. Guess what it was 3 months ago? $2,100. How is a family business supposed to survive that? If Springfield won't act, I will. You have my promise tonight that families all across this state will see the results. This governor's reckless green-only agenda is driving up cost. It's killing jobs. It's shutting down opportunity. Friends, when I'm governor, that is all going to change. We will cut property taxes. We will rein in reckless spending. And we will pursue an all-of-the-above energy strategy: coal, oil, gas, nuclear, and renewables. Friends, Illinois families, they need affordable, reliable energy, not an extreme agenda that shuts us down as it's doing. This campaign is about three things: taxes, opportunity, and affordability. Illinois should be a place where families thrive, where businesses grow, and where young people stay to build their future, not run away to other states. Here's my promise. On day one, we will draw a line in the sand and start delivering results. I will bring immediate relief to families. I will restore respect to law enforcement. I will keep harmful content out of the classrooms. I will cut through the red tape that is strangling small business all over this state. I will create a task force of former ICE, DEA, and experienced prosecutors to get the drugs, gangs, and the violent criminals off our streets once and for all. This fight isn't one that I take alone. That's why I chose Aaron Delmare as my running mate. Aaron is a fighter, and he's a leader. He became the youngest councilman ever elected in Palatine. He serves as Cook County Republican chairman and Illinois GOP co-chair. And he's built businesses from the ground up. He knows what it takes to create jobs, meet a payroll, and work through tough times. Aaron's story is about grit and service. He's the son of an immigrant who taught him sacrifice. He's a family man who wants his kids to grow up in a safe and affordable Illinois. And yes, he is literally a fighter. Someone who brings discipline and toughness into everything that he does. Together, Aaron and I are ready to take the fight to J.B. Pritzker and win. Get it? Win. Let's be honest. We will not outspend J.B. Pritzker. He's a trust fund billionaire. But guess what? Money can't buy heart. Money can't buy grit. Money cannot buy the determination of a people who love their state and refuse to lose it. Love it. We will outwork him. We will outfight him. And we will outlast him.
That's right.
I need you to hear me now. Republicans, this is our moment. The stakes are too high to fight each other. We must put aside our differences. We must lock arms, and we must fight together. Because when we are united, we can't be stopped. And this isn't just about Republicans. This is about every Illinoisan, no matter what your party, who's tired of being ignored, overtaxed, disrespected by Springfield. This fight is the people of Illinois versus the political insiders who have failed us. And that's exactly how we save our state, together. 4 years ago, I entered this fight because I knew that Illinois families needed a voice. Tonight, I enter this fight because I know Illinois families deserve a future.
That's right.
I will be your voice when politicians try to silence you. I will be your shield when failed policies try to crush you. I will be your governor who works for you, the people of Illinois, and never forgets you.
That's right.
So join us. When you leave here, go to baileyforillinois.com, sign up, spread the word, and yes, contribute what you can, whether it's $50, $500, $5,000, because every dollar is an investment in the future of our state.
That's right. That's right.
Friends, together we will restore common sense. Together we will rebuild opportunity. And together we will save Illinois. Thank you so much. God bless you, and may God bless the great state of Illinois. Thank you.